Newbie after 3 months. New players to WoW. I am not one of them. Been playing this game since 2005. I really don't know much about the new player experience, considering I haven't made an alt in years. I only play my Death Knight. So let's see what the new player experience really looks like. I've said this many times before. It is hard to get somebody, a new player into World of Warcraft, without holding their hand and guiding them through the starting process. Let's see how this guy is done. Here we go.
3 months ago, I delved into the mystical realm of World of Warcraft.
So in essence, 3 months ago, his life ended.
Boy, did I forget what the outside world looked like.
That's
My
right.
character has been through more drama than a reality TV show. It's been a wild ride, and if my real life responsibilities are watching this, please send help and snacks. Introduction is very well designed. Welcome to the MMORPG for not so experienced. No grind, no worries. It's like the game designers said, let's treat all newbies like royalty. First, you're welcome with open arms to the whole zone,
This is the whole
not just a
island and
measly
shit.
intro. They practically throw a red carpet at your feet and talk about fancy. Cutscenes and diverse environments are all yours to enjoy, like a roller coaster ride.
Hey, say what you want about BFA, that shit had some good cutscenes, some good in-game cinematics. I mean, as far as storytelling goes, I actually think BFA was probably the best expansion in terms of like how they told the story, the ways they went about showing us the story and what was happening. Whether or not you like the story or not is another thing, but telling the story, it was actually very good. Very, very good. Yeah, I don't think BFA was as bad as people
But wait, there's more.
thought it was.
As you
at
leave
the
the
time.
first island, there's a city guide waiting for you.
Azerite
like a
armor
helpful
sucked, but they tried
GPS
to
for
fix
your quest. Who needs a clunky manual when you've got NPCs holding your hand? And the best part? It's all about the story, baby. Say goodbye to grinding and hello to plot twists. You'll meet characters you'll want to be BBFs with, and you won't want to miss a single cutscene. But a tiny hiccup. Turns out the story likes in between the episode of a soap opera. No backstory, no future spoilers. You're left hanging like a shirt on a clothesline. Now, if you're a completionist maniac, go ahead, knock yourself out, finish the story, and take a victory lap. Otherwise, level 60 is calling, and a fresh expansion awaits, so why sweat it? Combat is one of the most important factors in the RPG genre. I was a little bit worried about this one, as WoW is a 20-year-old game, but unfortunately...
20 years, and yet no other MMO has even come fucking close. Not even close to World of Warcraft's combat system. That's my personal belief, and I think it's justified. No other game, I've said it many times, feels as good as it does. Grab an axe in any other game and hit something with it. World of Warcraft does it better than any other MMO.
I was positively surprised. Even though the system is quite simple, you just lock yourself on one enemy and click abilities to perform attacks, those skills really feel impactful and have some very nice animations and sounds. I guess that's the reason why they feel so satisfying to press. Oh boy, when I first started clicking those abilities as a paladin, I felt about as spectacular as a squirrel trying to dance ballet. But hey, as I leveled up, I transformed into a flashy force of vengeance, shining brighter than a disco ball at a goblin party. The game also spices up the combat with multi-foe battles and boss mechanics. They kept me on my toes more than trying to dance on hot coals. Sometimes I got so engrossed in those that I was hitting buttons randomly like a maniac, trying to avoid stuff flying straight up into my face. On top of that, with 13 classes and 3 specializations each, you have 39 potential playstyles. It's like being at an all-you-can-eat buffet, but instead of food, you're feasting on different ways to smack monsters in the face. The very moment we log into the game, we're greeted by the unmistakable charm of a world that has been around for ages. You won't feel those 20 years unless you...
I've always wondered how somebody, a first-timer, would really feel about, you know, going into Azeroth. Because it is pretty fleshed out at this point, and it's very... there's a lot. There's a lot, and there's a lot that they skip when they're doing their intro quest lines and all that. So, but I mean, I guess it's a positive experience, at least for this guy.
dig deep into some older zones. But behold, the newest expansion, Dragonflight, is a pure feast for the eyes. The graphics may not be realistic, but they're more like Fable-like, like something out of a crazy bedtime story that had a collision with a kaleidoscope. It's not Unreal Engine 5 material, but who needs that when we have our unique funky charm? You won't find graphics like this in any other game, and that's the good thing. Embrace the abstract beauty. Now, get ready to explore this massive world, and boy, it's huge. You can walk, fly, or even take a plunge underwater, like a brave salmon in search of glory. Watch out for rare, powerful monsters that'll make your heart race faster than a caffeinated squirrel on a mission. And oh, the treasures. You'll never know what you might stumble upon. Hidden treasure chests, long-forgotten artifacts, and items with a reward that'll make you grin like a Cheshire cat in a cheese shop.
Yeah, Blizzard has done a decent job with spreading open-world treasure around. I feel like that was something that didn't exist as much. Now, there were, like, always, you know, you go into the cobalt mines and you find that treasure box in the back, and it has some cool gray items. The issue is items feel like they matter less than they used to in vanilla, because you just get geared out so quick and replace items so quick. But that has always been a cool part of MMOs, and it has been a part of WoW. What's up, Drum?
Shop. For all your lore hunters out there, there's plenty to satisfy your curiosity. Uncover hidden stories in dusty old books or ancient relics. It's like a historical detective work, only with more dragons and fewer tweed hats. When it comes down to your most fabulous armor and weapons, fashionistas rejoice. You can strut your stuff in dungeons and raids from bygone era, looking so fabulous that even the most fearsome of bosses will be distracted by your impeccable style. The newest expansion feels pretty exciting. We finally get to meet the majestic dragons and visit their awesome homeland, where we get to ride them like crazy. Forget about those old slow flying mounts in WoW. Now we're zooming around like dragons on steroids. Blizzard did a fantastic job with the dragon riding. It's like
they did. Dragon riding's great, and they're bringing it to the rest of the game. So that's a good thing too.
Real dragons to teach them how to make it so damn cool. I mean, these dragons can pull off maneuvers that will make a jet fighter blush. And boy, they're fast. Unlocking all the perks for your Drake is like reaching the ultimate cheat code for flight. You're soaring through skies, feeling like a flying superhero. You can fly so high that birds look up to you with envy, and you can fly so long that you can start contemplating if you should join the birds and migrate south for the winter. The story is quite dragtastic too. You get to learn about each dragonflight per zone, and it's like uncovering an ancient secrets of the dragon world.
I thought the dragon...
Sure, you might miss some things.
I thought the Dragonflight intro quests were pretty good. I actually thought each Dragonflight had a cool story, and it was not it felt pretty fun to go through it all.
From previous stories, but hey, those dragon islands were locked away for so long they were probably on vacation.
I would have liked maybe more blood and gore and anger. It felt like we were, you know, uniting, like we were summoning Captain Planet at some point. It was all friendly and everyone was happy and putting your rings together and love and hugs and shit. But the Incarnates have kind of changed that. They brought a darker side to the game.
But before I knew it, I was level 70, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors heard me scream in excitement from 3 blocks away. People say the real fun starts at level 70, and I'm like, bring it on, I'm ready to take on anything. Dragons, demons, angry squirrels, you name it. At max level, you're still not fully geared up for the epic group content, but fear not, there's a ton of fun stuff to do to prepare and snag some epic loot. Dynamic quests, world bosses, campaigns to conquer, and professions to master.
Gear out right now.
All of these activities can shower you with gear you need to take on WoW's most challenging and enjoyable experiences, mythic dungeons and raids. With different difficulty modes to choose from, some folks might say that starting at the lowest level is just a cakewalk for folks who've got their heads stuck in a Murloc's pond. But you know what? I jumped into the fray anyway and had a blast, especially in those epic raids where we faced bosses who could warp reality and throw punches like a drunken ogre. It was chaos.
You know, I always say the combat system as WoW is the best. I also say the raiding in WoW is the best. I've seen Final Fantasy raids, never participated in them, But I don't like the whole like circle area that you fight in, and the way it's like an artificial circle they draw around the fight. I actually think WoW rating is still the best rating in any MMO. People can talk about other ones. I haven't played them. ESO raids are bad. Come on, Bernie. Come on. That's not true.
But it was sure
Never
was
heard
fun.
that before.
I mean, who doesn't love
WoW
dodging
rating's the
giant
best rating.
fireballs while praying that internet connection doesn't drop? As for Mythic Plus, well, let's just say I had a little help from my channel viewers. They practically carried me like a treasure-laden donkey.
Interesting. I'd have to
I
check
was
out
like the
ESO
fifth
rating.
wheel in the party, but hey, the rewards were out of this Azeroth. Gear upgrades poured down like manna from the heavens. Next time, I might be a tad more skilled thanks to you awesome folks. You all deserve a round of applause and maybe a statue installment for being the real MVPs. Endgame dungeons and raids are awesome, but I long for some exploring and leveling, so the burning question is, should I try WoW Classic? Cheers, and may your crits forever be epic.
Oh, that's talk about a gateway drug. He's thinking about trying WoW Classic. Oh, jeez. What I would say is I also many times yearn for the leveling experience. It is great. It's one of my favorite things in the game is questing and leveling. Great video. Seems like this guy's had a good experience playing the game. I still say the early game experience is tough for new players. It's hard for new people to get into the game. But I think they've done a great job in trying to make it better.